yeah, she's taking it. You guys, this is how my hair is looking right now, but I wanted to give a U-Part wig a try, but I wanted to try out the crochet method. I've never done it before. I've been seeing tons of videos on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube on this, and I've done a U-Part wig before, just blending my hair with it from HerGivenHair, like almost 4 or 5 years ago. I'm going to link that down below so you guys can see the transformation that I've had so far in life, but also how I was able to blend with that wig. So let's check out this new U-Part wig. Okay, straight out of the box, this is the HerGivenHair thinner U-Part wig in the texture 3B3C. This is the small cap size, and this is in the hair color 1B. And this is 18 inches long. So without putting any product on it so far, this is how it's looking. Just to show you guys a side by side with my hair right now. I would say my hair is within like the 3C range. So I'm excited to see how this is gonna look. Now with crochet method, it's literally no leave out. That's the exciting part. So I'm gonna be using a crochet tool. I've already cut the little piece of fabric that like kept it together right there. So this is just it open. To show you guys, there are 2 clamps on each side, so 4 at the top, and then also some combs on the side. It's also adjustable back here with a strap, and of course another comb at the bottom. Okay, so I have this slowed down to explain to you guys why I did my braid down this way. So I decided to just shampoo my hair and just put some leave-in conditioner in, and I did 4 braids at the top, and you'll see why for the crochet method. And I tried to make them as close and small as possible. And then I did a small skinny braid on the side edges, and then just did a simple French braid for the 2 on the side. So I did not attach these small 4 braids down the back. I would just end up pinning them just like I did my 2 French braids. But the reason why I did 2 small braids along the edges is for an extra braid to reinforce some sturdiness when I add the combs on the side for the U-Part wig. And this is how the unit is looking after I shampooed it. I shampooed it about a good 2 or 3 times. There was like a slight color runoff, and I did get a little bit of shedding, but I wanted to get that done before I applied the U-Part wig on my hair. And this is how it looks with no product. So I haven't added any of the curl cream or any styler on it yet. And I'm actually going to treat this as if it's my hair and use the same exact products that I use on my hair. And now for the fun part, the install. So I like to actually apply it by starting off from the back with that comb, and then also kind of attaching it with the combs on the side to kind of anchor it down. And then when I attach the clips at the top, as you can see, this will be going on the second set of braids. So this is how it is. You want to make sure those 2 braids in the center are left alone. So when I'm actually attaching it, I like to apply the first comb on first before I apply the second one in the back. And I do this because I wanted to get it as close as possible to my edges, but also make sure it's not pulling too tight or taut on the braid once I clamp it down. And once I have it on, I kind of just readjust the combs on the side just to make sure it's comfortable. And now I'm going to get ready to start crocheting. Okay, so I've already crocheted one side so you guys can get an idea of how it's going to end up looking. That's it crocheted through the braid, and as you crochet it does kind of get a little frizzy, and this is because, like I said, there is no product on the hair right now. But like I said, this really mimics my hair pretty good, so I love that. So what I'm going to do is just put this side clamped away so it won't get tangled up or in the way, and I'm going to be taking my crochet needle and going through the first loop. So I kind of have this in regular speed just to kind of walk you through it, and I zoomed in as much as possible for you guys to understand. Now it does get a little tricky. You want to make sure you take your time with this, especially since you're going to be messing with your real hair. Now I like to make sure the clamp is closed as I hook the needle through, and I'm going to separate the first piece. Now one thing I noticed that makes it a little bit easier is if you completely separate it. Like, don't try to get it latched on and it still kind of is attached to the rest of the hair, if that makes sense. Loop it through and boom. Now with the first one, or the first set of hair, or first loop of hair, I like to double loop it. And I do that for both sides, by the way. And I'm going to do this for the next section too. So the first 2 loops I double loop, and then the rest in the back I just kind of do 1 loop. But it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not too hard. You just want to make sure you really take your time. And because the hair doesn't have any product and it's not wet and it's kind of like actively drying, you're going to see me kind of later on re-wet the hair a little bit, just because as it continues to dry, it does get slightly tangled. Now, as you pull through, sometimes with this being a kinky curly unit, some of the hair doesn't get all the way looped through. That is okay too, because as you do loop some of the hair through, if you notice that some of it did not get all the way looped through, I just take a comb and brush it out. Whatever didn't get looped through will just get combed right back out, which is okay. You just want to make sure you do get a good amount of hair actually looped through the braid. I hope this is making sense. I'm more of a visual person than a explainer, so hopefully the video of me actually doing it makes more sense than what I'm explaining. Now, as I get closer to the back, you're going to see, like I said, I did kind of comb it out just to detangle it and make sure I'm getting a good amount of hair loop through. As I get to the back, that middle part, you kind of want to make sure that you're kind of looping the hair down the middle section too, because you don't want it to be like a harsh line. You want to make sure all the hair that you're crocheting is getting evenly around that U shape. And this is where I kind of added some water again, just to, you know, make sure it's easily detangable, or if that's even a word, easily to detangle. And so it doesn't get too matted, because it was getting a little difficult to mat as it was drying up. Now this is where I'm talking about, as I get to that middle part, I'm going to take some from the side, make sure it is looped all the way around, and this is how it should look once you're done. So this is the crochet look, y'all, with no leave out. I am loving it. Now I'm going to go in and define the hair. As you can see, it does look slightly wide apart, and this is my first time doing it. I feel like if I make the braids a little bit smaller and closer next time, it'll probably be more of a seamless, closer look, but I don't think it looks too bad. So I'm just going to section off the hair since it is very dense, which I love for a U-Part wig. If you are someone who wants some thick volume, this already has it by nature. I'm just going to go in and re-wet the hair, and I'm going in with some African Pride curl cream. I love this curl cream. I use it on my wash and goes. And I'm going to just pair some foaming mousse on top. This is the TGIN Rose Water foaming mousse. This is a very lightweight foaming mousse, so I didn't even try to go in and make it like too heavily defined, since the curls were already defined on its own. Like, it didn't really take too much water or product for it to just really bounce back. But I'm just detangling that through. You can also go in with a dimming brush if you want it to be like super defined. But I wanted mine to be a little fluffy and full. So I just went in with a simple detangler brush, but the curls are juicy, y'all. And it looks so good once you actually put the product in and start styling it. You can really just see the vision come to life with this crochet method. Okay, this might actually be doing something, because first of all, let's just look at this very close. Definitely feel like it could have been a little bit closer in, but honestly, it's looking as natural as it's gonna look. And this actually mimics my hair texture so good. It's so thick and full. I actually went in and diffused it and picked it out just a little bit. I put the gel in because I wanted some of the curls to be like super defined, because I know I'm gonna go in and fluff it. But I love this length on me. I did kind of go in and add some face framing layers. You can see some of these shorter pieces in the front. But I'm loving this. Like, this is honestly a good alternative if you really want to wear your hair down on a vacation and not feel like you have to do too much. Because honestly, with the product already in the hair, I probably would just take the spray bottle filled with water, reactivate the product, and just go through and define it. Let it air dry, diffuse it. So look at this side view, the back, and of course the shrinkage is definitely there, because this is 18 inches long. But I love this, y'all. And this is with, like I said, no leave out. So imagine with my leave out. This is probably one of the perfect U-Part wig units I've ever had. And it's also their thinner unit. Like I said, and it's the best. Like, honestly, this is a go-to wig. It's worth it, especially if you want to just lay off of your hair for a while. I know I do sometimes because I get tired of going through to find mine. This looks so good, like up close. Leave some of your edges out a little bit. Medium distance. Far back. Yeah, she's taking it. And you know, it would only be right for me to show you guys how to take this completely down. So what I've done is unhook the two combs on the side from the reinforced braid, and then it's kind of easy because all you're going to do is just make sure you unlatch the first clamp, and because these were looped, all you're going to do is simply find the loop by loosening it up from the clamp side and literally undoing it. Like, you're literally just going in reverse. And the more you undo, the looser it gets for you to see where the next loop is at. And it might get a little tangled, it's okay. That's just because you defined it a certain way and it gets clumped to the other curls. And then it becomes easier on the opposite side because all you do is the same thing and unloop. Alright, and that concludes this video. Let me know what you think about the crochet method in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, and again, all of the details on this U-Part wig unit will be in the description box down below for you guys. And let me know what you think about trying different styles, especially with this crochet method. I'm thinking about trying maybe a side part next time. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.